stay in there?
Yep, so they stay in there and they can breathe. All good. Of course, I have a bum finger, so it's not so bad if they sting me up. Oops. Don't screw it up at the last second. Do not use Chinese supers. They may be fine for China, but our European bees, the propolis, the glue the bees make, is stronger than the wood fibers. You will pull these apart. But I have them. Now I know, but we're going to use them. So. Oops, is that the sexy one? Not sexy. Now, conversely, this one, this is stained with a whey soy, not whey, but whey, like milk whey.
Okay.
Based stain. So this is, even when it gets damaged, it'll kind of still pull in and almost self-heal. It's very, it's organic. And yeah, I like it. It's just pine. So that's it.
All right.
So most of the other ones got away. So we really didn't need this for now.
Awesome.
All right.
I like it.
Like your little love tap, darn it. So we should do that. Just get a piece of debris, or we can. We haven't opened it yet.
Yeah.
Say we put a little bit of dirt under there.
Okay.
All right. So I just pick this up. There, Vic, you can come on in because they're still in the screen there. If I don't pull this off, maybe a smart beekeeper. There, don't pull the wrong lid off. There you go. So they look like they survived. So the question is, did the queen make it? Well, we'll come back next week or two. But you can see they've drawn all this white is new drawn, and they're overdrawn trying to find a place to put honey. So they're running out of room. So that's why I brought this other box. And already, and this was a split 2 weeks ago from a swarm cell. No, actually, I had a queen that already emerged. She put her in her thing, and then they released her, and there were babies, and they look like they're okay. They're not like, we don't see 20,000 bees here going, ah! So that's awesome. So now, I'm gonna just try and do a little tricky trick. Then, pardon my nose. Elder cheese. So that was this thing.
Okay.
And I just took, I already had this spacer without all these holes, just one hole as a feeder for the winter.
Okay.
So I just kind of repurposed it for today.
Perfect.
And this is the moment the Bob and Baby car.
Drill time.
Might be free. Oh, you generally don't like to make those kind of noises. There they go. So, already got a little inner cover on that one. And they'll be fine. And they say you'll lose a percentage of the field bees, but they're already orientating. So they're flying in a circle
Okay.
around the hive already, and that's exactly what you want to see. They're not just taking off. So they're already checking out, hey, our hive got bigger. Wow, that queen must be awesome. Look, the workers built a whole nother hive instantly. Well, we got to keep that queen. It's just, the workers are in charge, not the queen. So they get out their mind that that queen sucks. So
They kick her out and
kick her out. They'll select another larvae, or they'll build a cell and start filling it full of royal jelly, and they'll get the queen to lay an egg in there. It's just a survival thing. Why would the queen replace herself? Well, for this war. Yeah. So they will glue those together. Now we could be smart. And I am going to strap this simply because that is new.
okay.
So wind or whatever random critter don't knock it out. And they seem fine. So these are excellent bees. They're not trying to kill us. I think killer bees should be outlawed in every instance, but that's just my opinion. Make enemies right there. Hey, look. They're scary, man. Whoop. And then there's two things I like to do. When I'm done messing with the hive, I just like to,
For good luck.
done. Just let them know, oh, he's done. And they have a hive memory. They'll, they can tell the other bees where the flowers are. So every time there's a knock, after something's been messing with us, when there's a sharp knock knock, and then everything stops.
They remember that.
Yeah, depending on how often you do it.
Okay.
If you're out there every 7 to 10 days, that's why you use smoke every time. Even if they seem calm, I really should have given them a little puff of smoke just to associate. The smoke drives them to a response where they go fill up their tummies full of nectar and stuff in case there's a fire, so they bug out with all the stuff. But it also makes them sleepy and allergic and less defensive, because now they are a precious commodity. They have honey in them. So if they die, then that's loss. So it calms everything down. And then if you do that every time, they associate you messing with it with smoke or calm,
Okay.
and you try to go slow. You see some of these guys just banging stuff around. They understand you got 1,000 hives to get through, but that's not our situation.
Good deal.
Breathe a second. Happy bees. See, there's a little cross comb there. I'll walk back and forth underneath. So you don't always tear those out. It keeps them from having to fly or jump.
Okay.
But you got to manage it somewhat, or you just, you can't get into it. But look, they are same deal. They're not overly agitated. They're just like, are we done yet? Can we get out and do our thing? Don't really smell anything. That's good. Alright. Anticipation is making my face ache. Oh, sorry. So I've only really gotten one sting to the face, ever. Taken some to the head, hands, ankle. It's not a problem unless you start turning red, swelling up, and can't breathe. In which case you would be allergic. So just a little welt says not allergic, it's a reaction. But you can develop an allergy. Beekeeper's wife could develop an allergy because if you're washing the beekeeper's clothes in the same clothes with everybody else, the proteins from handling the bee stuff can get into other people, and instances of that. So they have therapy for that, where you can get little microdoses of venom over time. Some people do that. I guess same with strawberries or whatever, but yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, my mom developed an allergy to bee stings later in life, and she's going for shots now.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Gee, I should have asked before I came up here. But wasn't my necessarily our bees. That's always your answer. It wasn't necessarily my bees. So if anyone ever asks you, hey, your bees came over here, stung my kid.
How do you know?
I didn't tag it, so I don't. So just be aware of that one. All right. So I think they're happy BBs. And well, since we have the video out, so Plastic Foundation, I'm giving them. This was a swarm. It came out of one of my hives, and gave them a bunch of drawn comb down here, and I recently extracted honey from frames. They're all drawn with honeycomb, and put it in here, and they've already half filled it with nectar from home. So they got plenty to eat till they find, hopefully, more. So what we're doing here is we're just gonna plop that on there. Right, and then the last time this went really smooth. Oh, I say this in my videos, always check your area. You know, set yourself a bear trap, and you go, ah! So watch that. Ask me how I know. So I'm just gonna cap these off the screen. Ooh, now they're mad. Got one to the face. They're real mad.
Oh, they're all over you.
Yep, it's all right. We got one sting. The other ones were so friendly. We're good.
That's why you wear your bee suit.
So the other one was the other few were okay, but they were done.
He's still on your head right here.
Yeah, you can hit me right there. Okay. Yeah.
There, he's gone.
So that's why. See, this is gonna be fun later. So when you see your Texas bee work chick, don't believe her. But that was kind of expected. So now, if we really want to do this right, is there any plantain growing about?
Lots of it.
So let's find one, and I'll show you what you do. So there should be some, what they call that, a white man's foot. Goes in the gravel.
There's about 6 different varieties of it out here.
Can we, I don't see any yet. There's a little, yeah. So there's some right there. So you can take these, preferably nice young leaves, but you can take these. All right. Hang on. There we go. Get some spit. All right. And little poultice, and you put it right on that sting, and you hold that there.
Okay.
And what that does, it draws out the poison. It's got an actual some kind of property where it actually sucks that poison right out of there.
Okay. Kind of like baking soda does.
Right. So this is better than baking soda, or my great grandpa used to say. We used to have still have the house in the family, but a big yard out to the lake. We used to run out of the house barefoot down the lake when you pick up bee stings. Get some baking soda. Great grandpa's like, step in the dog crap, you'll be fine.
Huh.
Serious as a heart attack. Yeah? And when it dries, it. I don't know, I'd recommend that, but I'm guessing when you're out in the boonies, don't have any baking soda. You're out in the middle of the field. Kettle pie. I don't know they put it on my face though. So, isn't that sexy? Boy, you know, I'm single, gals. Oh, Lord. No, I was asking for it. I thought they seemed fine. But it's later in the day, and they've been banging around that cart a little more.
Yeah.
So it is getting warm. So when it was 50, it was fine, but now it's like 70, and they're over it. They went out. So we'll wear the suit for the next one. And you have any Benadryl?
Yeah.
Okay, we'll do that too.
Up at the house.
Yeah. I'm sure it'll be fine. Oh, no, just kidding. So, me and Joe Green. Yeah. So,
How long does it take them to calm down once they get
okay,
fired
so
up like that?
I would let them go a day, and they're still not ready because I haven't taken the, I still haven't even taken the front off. That was just the bees that came out of the top.
Okay.
So what I'm gonna have to do is probably walk over there and put on my bee suit because I'm not that stupid. And but usually a day, like I said, if we had smoke on them, that probably would have helped too. And then if you have a hot hive, usually if it's been 3 weeks and it's still hot, they're just aggressive. You probably replace the queen at that point because they'll remember. So if they're agitated and you've been in them too much, like say you go in there every 4 or 5 days, that's too much. 7 days is on just about right. 10's better, right in there. But they can just not be having it, and some of them will remember. So if you think 3 weeks, those will be dead because the guard bees are older, so they're already on the way out anyway. So you kind of play that game. Like, I'll just leave it alone for 3 weeks. But then they might swarm. Well, see, these are the things. Then you put on your bee suit.
So it's not like you give them a couple hours. And...
A couple hours, yeah, I think it'd be fine. Once I get that thing open and they fly around a little bit, it should be all right. Now, this being a swarm,
less predictable.
it might be a little defensive of a new, because it's their new home.
Okay.
I don't know. I'm just trying to think like a bee. I don't really know. But get the bee suit on. So I like.
You got one more on the back of your head, it looks like.
Really? There you go. Squish him.
Yep. He's
All right.
gone.
Hey! Do I look like Frankenstein? See, now this is real beekeeping. I actually like this kind of stuff. I mean, I think you should put this out there is what I'm saying. Not every video needs to be slick and edited and polished, and there's a lot to beekeeping that's just, it hurts. It's sticky, it's hot, it's sweaty, it's heavy. It's sweet and delicious. It's fascinating. I mean, you know, like a bad addiction. And they say that. Is it like I'm like the cat lady? Let's get more bees. Let's save them all. The venom gets you.
Yeah. Now you're hooked.
That's right. See? No, like because cats and mice and that whole. There's some chemical in a cat's droppings that makes the mouse not afraid, but it makes women want more cats.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's true.
It makes sense to me.
I'm sorry, I digress, but you're not supposed to have, like, cats and pregnant ladies aren't a good thing.
Right.
Okay. That's what. And a public service announcement.
Back to bees.
Drill. Now all these bees went in. perfect. What do we want to see? So that's what we want to see. They're flying around, checking the area out. Weren't really worried about me. They just want to protect the thing. So yeah, they instantly went right back. Perfect.
Thank you.
I'm gonna go on a walk with her right back. See if I can get them to go back to the hive.
Okay. This hive we're placing behind my pasture that is across the street from the farm. Got a couple of acres of woods here. And we got about 17 acres of pasture.
They were already sending.
Yeah, it looks like you got a couple of
Yeah,
couple of
there's a
friends.
couple. Very persistent ones. This is why I like my full suit.
Yeah.
Got her. All right.
Good deal.
that's how you don't get eaten. So moving slow like that, you know, if I'm like, whoa, 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 well, all that motion attracts them. So
Okay.
nice and slow. I'm not a thread. I'm not doing this. And then even when I cut the grass, I'll go straight to it and work away from it. So it's a threat moving away. So they're gonna scout the area for a while.
Okay.
Because there's muzz. I'll decoy them out here.